What's up guys? I'd like to give you a warm welcome to this new channel. I'm going to be kicking things off with a 30-day challenge where I'll be posting one short video every day for the next 30 days. I'll be looking to share insights that I'm having, things that are inspiring me, experiences that I'm reflecting on, and really trying to make it very personal and almost conversational style, unfiltered, where I can share my ideas and thoughts with you guys in the best possible way. So today, we're kicking it off with the call to adventure. Now, this came to me over recent weeks, and I've just got back to Bali, where I live, after spending a month in Europe. And this was the first time in a long time that I've taken time fully off work, off training, and off being productive. And at first, this was quite hard. It was quite a challenge for me to not do anything or just enjoy what I was doing. So I felt a little bit of guilt for not working, a little bit of not being enough because I'm not being productive. But after a number of weeks, especially once I got to Italy, I spent some time in England, then went to Italy, I started to relax and I started to get very present and realized that, my life can be enjoyable and I don't always have to be fully switched on, fully doing stuff. And in this more present state, I had 3 reflections. The first was to live each day fully. That was the first thing that was keep coming to mind, especially as I was traveling to nice places around Italy. I was like, wow, each day should be fully lived, fully experienced. That was the first thing that kept coming back to me. The second thing was be the hero of your own story. I'll come back to that at the end because that's the main one I wanted to be talking about. And the third one was somehow find a way to shorten the gap between the thoughts you have and the actions you take, which to me was relayed as think less, do more. And the reason I'm doing this 30-day challenge is I want to experience that. And I want to experiment with having a thought, create an idea, and go. So these videos are very much going to be unpolished and just me having the idea of the day and just seeing what comes of that and being able to go from thought to action very quickly. So these ideas were starting to form over the course of this trip. And then as I was flying back from England to Bali, I had to stop in Singapore. Now, whilst I was flying to Singapore, a big volcano erupted, which meant my connection flight from Singapore to Bali got cancelled. So I ended up with a fun day in Singapore as an extra day. And on that day, I felt very jet lagged and a bit disorientated. And that night, I had some strange dreams. And I don't really have vivid dreams that often, and I definitely don't have insightful dreams where things happen which can change my life in a meaningful way. But this was quite a strange night where I felt almost like I was partially awake and partially asleep. And in this state, I almost felt like I was having a conversation with myself. Hard to explain what that feels like, but almost like a higher voice is speaking, and then my conscious self was trying to answer. And this was quite interesting for me to experience. And the voice that kept coming up was asking questions. This kind of bigger voice or voice from a higher lens was asking questions. And the questions it was asking are, what are you waiting for? And what needs to happen for you to get moving or get moving in the right direction? At least that's how I was relaying it. So yeah, the main question there was, what's holding you back? Why aren't you pursuing your goals all out? And I started to ponder on this, and my answer back was, nothing's in the way. I'm ready. I'm ready to start taking action. And before I could even feel confident about that, the voice from a perspective came with a second question, and it said, or second statement, prove it. What are you going to do different? And I remember in this semi-conscious state, it almost felt like time went slowly, and I was in this very reflective, deep state, deep in my mind, and I was trying to think, what should I be doing? It was almost like a get your life together moment. What are you doing with your life? Like, figure it out. And to me, very quickly, after a few minutes, it became clear that I need to be sharing lessons, sharing insights, and showing up as my best self every day. And I've quickly internalized that as I need to be doing more. I need to be a better version of myself and to show up better in my world. So when I woke up the next day, I wasn't sure if that dream would just float away and have no kind of relevance, but it actually had a deep consequence in some ways, that it actually held a root where I realized that I wanted to create more. And for me, that meant writing a short blog every day, and shooting a YouTube video like this is the first one, every day. And I almost made that commitment, somewhat in that semi-conscious state, and then I recommitted as I woke up that I want to show up more every day, and I want to share more in the most authentic way I see possible. So for me, that's going to be these more unfiltered videos and just speaking to the camera on the topic I think is valuable. So yeah, this is going to be the first of many, and this is hopefully my call to adventure. I always remember the hero's journey. Hero's journey is kind of a structure that most stories, Hollywood movies, are kind of based on. And the hero generally, the first step is they have a call to adventure. And the call to adventure is life just going, look, the path you're on isn't the path that you're meant to be on, or at least there's another path you could be on. Do you want to join that path? So for me, this is hopefully me stepping into that call to adventure. I don't know what that voice was in that dream, but hopefully it was calling me somewhere I should be going. It definitely feels like it aligns. So yeah, I will be shooting videos like this every day for the next 30 days. They'll be very much on the topic I wake up and think of. If you guys have any insights, any suggestions, anything you get value from, please let me know in the comments. They're probably going to be around 5 to 10 minutes each. So yeah, if you'd like to see those, also the blogs, I will post a link to those in the description if you want to read the written version as well. And yeah, I look forward to bringing you guys along for the ride.